Comedian versus comedian
Man, the hate is real already. Damn.
in a battle royale.
Oh no! Oh
A fight to see who is the most funny.
That's a toughie.
And you, the audience, will help decide their fate.
And there is an audience play along.
And play along, kind of.
I thought we were all doing butt stuff.
We are. But is there more?
No!
Yes, there is. Don't trust the fishman.
It's like you found an open cervix and we're like, I'm just going to hang out in here and wait out the storm.
This is not a candy.
It is slightly dirty. Let's see what we have in here. What love is, I want you to suckle these nuts. Or show me what that mouth do. Amazing!
Double entendre. Double entendre.
Wisecrackin. Friday at 8 Central at wisecrackin.com.
Hello, and a good quarantine to you all. It's time for the obscure word of the day. You don't have to be stupid anymore. Today's word is defenestration. It simply means to throw someone out the window. Okay, good episode. See you later. You might be wondering, why not just say, throw someone out the window? Do we really need a word like defenestration? Let me explain. Now, I do need to make clear, it's not the intention of this series to encourage you to use florid language. Simple, concise language will often do. It worked pretty well for Hemingway. I mean, he couldn't write women for shit, but everything else was pretty good. So this series isn't to encourage you to use a big word or a fancy word. It's to encourage you to use the right word. Inevitably, you're still going to have dum-dums who'll come along and go, well, why didn't you just say throw him out the window? Well, if they don't like your word choice, they can suck your diction. But the real answer is this. Your thoughts are real, but language lies on a layer of abstraction above them. Words, they don't actually have definitions, so to speak, and they certainly don't have synonyms. Every word is unique unto itself, in and of themselves, but also every word is unique unto the user of that word. So, don't use any old word. Use the right word. Use your word. Use the word. And it just so happens, defenestration was the word of the day. Now, before I bid you adieu, I'd like to tell you how I found out about the word defenestration. A friend of mine, well, a person I barely knew at the time who became a good friend, wrote a poem called Defenestration. And I didn't know what it meant, so I asked him, and he told me. And I'm going to read that poem for you now. Defenestration. It's fun, is it not? Watch the body fall. Hands wave, feet flail, fingers clench to stop the descent. And when the ground rises up to meet your love, rejoice at the sound. That's by Lewis Harris. Here's to you, Lewis. And here's to you, viewer. We'll see you here tomorrow and every day of the quarantine, as long as I'm able.
Tim Stotts is a qualified wordman. Please don't dispense definitions unless you actually know them and their context.
That's the obscure word of the day, and you've just been learned.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Hey, I'm Summer. I just turned 43 years old, and I'm a new, thank you, dog walker. Give it up for me, everybody. Dog walker. Things are going well for me. Hey, this is not where I thought I was going to be at 43. Actually, when I was a kid and everyone asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, I always said a designated driver because we didn't have one of those in my family. Yeah. So I'm meeting all these dogs on this app called Rover. Okay, so you got to go meet them. And recently, on a meet and greet, a dog wouldn't stop humping my leg the entire time, you guys. And you know what that means? I still got it. You know what I'm saying? I still got it. Because it is hard out there for a bitch, you know? It is hard out there for a bitch. I guess I should have known because his name was Sir Humps-a-Lot. Sir Humps-a-Lot. Down, Sir Humps-a-Lot. And his Rover profile did say it was a leg man, so, you know, guess I'll know better next time. I think animals are better than humans. Humans do some awful stuff. Like, for example, I was ghosted for the first time recently. Yeah. By my husband of 17 years. Yes. Now, before you get too concerned, that makes it sound like he's dead. He is not dead. He is still very much alive, although he is dead to me. Let's get that very clear. Hey, at least I am getting some D, you know what I'm saying? And D stands for dog. I'm getting some dog because you got to get those furry creatures in your life. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm Summer. Thank you.
I like to go for walks early in the morning. It's good for my health, and it's great for social distancing. What a gorgeous day. When walking in the woods, you always have to remember that you're probably... I like to go for walks early in the morning. It's good for my health, and it's great for social distancing. What a gorgeous day. When walking in the woods, you always have to remember that you're probably going to encounter some animals. Wild animals. But there's nothing more wild than the leashless dog owner. You got a chai latte in one hand. You can hold your dog's leash in the other one. Denise, don't just let your dog go running up on people.
But that's how he's friendly.
I don't know Sparky, and Sparky don't know me. Maybe I've been through something traumatic in my life where I was bit by a dog. I actually was bit by a dog. I deserved it. Or maybe I'm the type of person that lose dogs. That got their attention. I don't. I'm just saying, be mindful of others when you're walking through the woods with your dog. So, keep walking, keep social distancing. Oh, what a cute dog.
We have a very special lineup for you guys today. It is packed with entertainment, and we want you to have a good time.
Kid with the turkey hat on. What's your name?
I'm Grace.
Howdy, Grace. This body right here brought to you by lactose intolerance. Frank, are you one of the people you go down there and you have like the full bicycle outfit on?
Yes, absolutely. A lot of people have seen that too.
Oh, see, Justin is with you.
Thank you, Mars. And we'll see you later as we do some improv later on in the show.
Indeed.
We have executives versus team leads tonight. We have the top 6 answers on the board. I need you to buzz in and tell me things that Taylor said.
I love Jace.
Let's take a look. No, I'm sorry.
Yes, something that Taylor, the numbers are what they are.
The numbers are what they are. Good. It's on there. Let's get some votes going. 27 audience members voting right now. The audience is really going to tip this one. I cannot wait to see who wrote these. Amy against James. Oh, it looks like the audience gave it to James, pushing him over the edge. James, you're going to be the first winner of this very first round. Justin was one to beat. Let's see. Looks like Justin won that round. Run the game. Justin is the winner of our first round of Quiplash. Let's give Justin a round of applause.
I just want to thank everyone. Just really appreciate it. Thanks for believing in me. I appreciate it. This is the best day of my life.
This is the best day of your life? Oh my.
Yes, this is it. Yeah.
I now feel sad. I now feel sad for you because that's fine. Let's do a cheers. Cheers to everyone here at PerkSpot. How fantastic are you guys for this amazing event? welcome to Wisecrackin, your weekly virtual comedy game show, streaming live from McMahon Studios in beautiful Chicago, Illinois. I'm your host, Angie McMahon, and if you recognize me, that means you've seen me in my most famous role, Lady Cop 2. Now, we want to know where you're watching from. Your first audience challenge tonight is to let us know in the chat. Tell us what city you're watching from right now. Before we meet our comedians who are competing for your love tonight, I want to introduce our live director for the evening. Please welcome Mr. Tim Stotts, everybody.
Hi.
Tim, before I get to the question of the week, let me tell you a bit about how the game is going to work. Okay. Our first half of the show is our qualifying round. The bottom two comedians of the qualifying round will perform our intermission game, and the remaining four comedians will go on to the finals.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't put it that way in my pitch deck if I were you, but okay.
Okay. So, Tim, I have a question for you that I'm going to ask everyone. Where's a place you should not take a date for Valentine's Day if you were dating and not sad?
Well, I'd say anywhere right now. You know, there's a quarantine going on, but probably as much as I am a fan of like steak and stuff like that, and that's part of the great date experience, probably a slaughterhouse. Like you literally don't want to see the sausage get made, I don't think.
I don't want to think about anything sausage with you, Tim. All right, get out of here.
Well, then don't.
I will not. All righty, please welcome tonight's comedians competing for your love, Summer Austin, Steve Gadlin, Ana Luciero, Kevin Rione, and the partially invisible man.
I'm still laughing about the slaughterhouse. I'm sorry. That was really.
I thought the whole point of Valentine's Day was to see the sausage get made. Come on now.
Yeah, get it made.
Nice, Steve. I didn't fucking do that. I had that lobbed up too, man. All right. Friends, I'm going to ask you all the same question. Where's a place that you should not take a date for Valentine's Day?
Don't come to my house. It is a sad palace, and we don't want to see your love. Get out of here. I don't want it.
A sad palace. I would have to say, if you really love them, do not take your Valentine to the altar. You really love
sacrifice altar.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
Any other thoughts, guys, before we introduce the guest?
No, my date would be my wife, and a bat house would be a bad idea. She hates bats. There you go.
Sure. Invisible Man, anything to chime in?
Rockford, Illinois.
Illinois. Terrible. All right, we will see all of you guys very soon. One more hand for the comedians. Let me introduce our special guest for the evening. He wrote for the Emmy-nominated HBO show Night of Too Many Stars, where he wrote for Jon Stewart, Chris Rock, Sarah Silverman, Paul Rudd, and many more. He's also performed and written comedy for Comedy Central, Funny or Die, BuzzFeed, Food Network, True TV, Fuse, High Times. Please welcome my very good friend, Mr. Mike Glazer, everybody.
What's happening, everybody? This is so fun. This is so fun. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I know you have this great podcast, Weed and Grub, right?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for mentioning it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I think we all just want to know, are you high right now? Okay.
Yeah.
And, just so you know, it's a competitive game, so shit talking is encouraged. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked everyone else. Where's a terrible place to take a Valentine's Day date?
Probably a trunk.
Yeah.
The worst.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we are going to get this show started in just a moment. Round of applause for all of our comedians. And we are starting the show, so sit back and relax because this is Wisecrackin. Comedians are pitted in a head-to-head competition to come up with the best punchline to a setup that they have never seen. And you, that's right, you Quibsters can vote live on which punchline is the best, and here's how it works. Our talented writer's room wrote setups that we will show the comedians for the first time tonight. They will have 90 seconds to come up with their punchlines. The other comedians will vote on their favorite answers, but so will you. If you're watching on our website at wisecrackin.com, you'll be able to watch, vote, and chat all in one place. But if you're watching us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, or YouTube, you can still vote and chat along. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to grab a second device like a smartphone or a tablet. You're going to open up a web browser on that device and type in jackbox.tv. And then you're going to type in tonight's room code, which is OYVI. And then you're all set. There is a bit of a lag between the game and your device. So make sure you keep an eye on that device so that you can vote. All righty, we are about to get started here.
Angie, Tim said he might lose power. I'm just telling you. Okay.
Thank you. I gotta shake. All righty, everyone.
I love this music.
There it is. There we are. All righty.
Very catchy.
Comedians get their props. It's the monologue time. A British mathematician determined that all the COVID-causing viruses in the world could fit inside a can of Coke. And this is why you shouldn't sniff Coke. Hustler magazine founder Larry Flint died. His ashes will be spread a little too far, if you know what I mean. Singer Morgan Wallen told his fans not to defend him. That's also what Patrick Mahone must have told his offensive line before the Super Bowl. Okay, I did your fucking sports jokes. Can you writers stop writing me fucking sports jokes now? A woman used Gorilla Glue to style her hair and is now suing them because it worked exactly like you would expect. Hey, at least the boomers will leave the kids alone for eating Tide Pods. Wait, maybe Tide Pods are what she needs to get the Gorilla Glue out. Don't do that. Don't sue us. And also, we can kiss any sponsorship from Tide Pod or Gorilla Glue out the window. So thanks for hanging in there. MyZenRocks.com. If you go to MyZenRocks, our sponsor for this evening, you can use the coupon code WISECRACK and get 10% off your purchase. It's time for the audience challenge. Audience, I want you to jump into the chat and tell me spending Valentine's with my dog means what? What does that mean for you? Spending Valentine's with my dog is basically, I don't have a dog, so I'm not going to spend time with my dog. But we want to know in the comments what you would do if you hung out with your dog on Valentine's Day. Comedians, you're out of time now.
Shit. Okay. Did you get
Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah. Sorry about that. All right. What weird trick do you use to keep houseplants alive? Piss in them or virgin blood? Thoughts, friends?
What'd you say, Anna?
No one said anything. You guys warming up?
I hear you.
Piss in them.
Oh, Anna,
that's why.
I was muted. That's fun.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, who won that shit?
Your family has always been jealous of you since you're the only one who can graduate, rehab, or spell conservatory.
Oh, that's a good theater too in Chicago, the Conservatory.
I mean, is it?
Oh man.
Yes.
All righty. That was Anna against Kevin Riome. The audience gave it to Kevin Riome and the comedians, and he's going to win this round.
All right.
Wow.
Local reference.
Behold the latest in cutting-edge skin rejuvenation technology, the juvenile retention treatment or happy ending.
These are good prompts.
Yeah.
Good writers.
One time I got a happy ending at the Conservatory. That was pretty great.
Yeah, that's the place to get it.
That was the Invisible Man against Steve, and it looks like Steve took it with a happy ending.
Always
Sophomore
happy
humor.
ending.
The Secret Service's new code name for Joe Biden is Joe Party Pants or White Mullet.
Like the haircut.
Yeah.
That's correct. That was Summer against Kevin Riome. Looks like Kevin Riome really took it away on that one.
Well,
White mullet.
Kevin.
But mullet. He's got a mullet.
Where Captain Crunch buries his treasure, Bermuda or in the gums of the dead children?
Dead children. I like there's an S at the end of children.
I'm back for now anyway.
Children's.
That was Wisecrackin against the Invisible Man. The audience gave it to the Invisible Man. He got a super quiplash of the show on that one.
Wow.
How come I can't vote for his too? Because mine, that was terrible. How do I vote for him?
I just discovered the healing property of giving 0 fucks or gender equality.
Oh. We should vote for gender equality because it's. I know I am.
You and Gina Carano.
That was Anna against Steve.
Disappointed in all of you.
Down the middle, but Anna got the comedian's vote on that one.
I believe in gender equality. What can I say?
Wow, I guess the rest of you are super
Come a long way, baby.
Thanks for liking me.
We are at the end of our first round. We're going to have to see who leads. Right now, it looks like the partially invisible man is the one to beat.
Wow.
Partially.
Wow.
If I was fully invisible, I couldn't play.
This is the second round, and that means the points are doubled, so it's still anybody's game, and that means it's time for our audience play along. Audience, get into my chat, please. I want you to say, no, we did that one, Tim, sorry, while you were out. What's the worst movie McDonald's could choose for a Happy Meal toy tie-in? I think either the Human Centipede or any porno is what I would say would be terrible for McDonald's to sponsor. Just so you know. Schindler's List. Oh, terrible. Could you imagine the Schindler's List toys?
Jeez. Oh my God. Versus Slaughterhouse and now this.
Oh, terrible. Let's see. The Godfather, all parts. Yeah. Even though, do you know what? I'm Sicilian. And I've never watched The Godfather, any of them from beginning to end. I fall asleep all the time. I swear to God, they're just too long. We put them on at night. My father even was like, you're fucking Sicilian. You need to watch that movie. I was like, I don't know. It's not a documentary, Dad. All right.
I know.
Comedians, you have 15 seconds left to get Gray. This is
way too early.
Private Ryan, very nice. Comedians, that is it for this round. Let's see. The partially invisible man is the one to beat.
That's what she said.
Our neighbors keep stealing my Wi-Fi. I'm changing the network name to I Fuck Kids for the murderers upstairs.
Oh, man, that's fun.
That was Summer Austin against Adelagiero, and it looks like
You go, Summer. That was
audience.
brave.
That's a super quick flash. That's going to be huge for Summer.
I think we should reward any user who writes something obnoxious.
What's the name of your signature dance move? Sad Sacky Shimmy or Spank the Monkey?
Sad Sacky
Shimmy. What would that look like?
Whoever wrote
Evan,
that,
did you
I
write
wanna
both of
see it.
these?
I wrote neither.
Oh my God.
Let's go against the partially invisible man.
Thank you, Lucero.
The audience did like Spank the Monkey. I look at the world through a filter. My filter's called Don't Say Fuck, Don't Say Fuck. I feel like
Oh, those are
I'm a little A, little B.
Probably both do the same thing.
Looks like that was Kevin Reum against Steve. Oh, and Steve is going to have a big win on that one with sadness.
Nice job.
Yippee!
Pray for depression.
Other words for acronym LOL. Licking ovaries lazily or Luciaro. Oh, Luciaro. I know I always say
Who wrote that? I know.
It wasn't me, but I like it.
I should have come up with that one. That one's a good one.
Are you in this round, Summer? You just you are.
I came up with a stupid answer.
That was Summer against the almost invisible man. It definitely went to him.
I like that Angie couldn't pronounce it.
Oh. I made the mistake of asking the genie for long ass dick or Republicans with honor.
Oh, wow.
I know, Anna, I always say your last name right, and you never correct me. Oh, please.
Lucero.
What is an ass dick?
First name right
Lucero,
now.
like a loose arrow. Lucero.
I probably am still going to get it wrong. Just saying.
Lucero.
Now I have no idea how to pronounce it. I've heard it so many times differently. I'm gonna say
Lucero.
It looks like that was Mike Glazer against Kevin Riom. The audience for Kevin.
Oh.
Wow.
Kevin on that one.
Right,
Blue
audience.
state.
They're
Blue
political
state.
audience.
White
Savvy.
roses are for a funeral. Denim roses are for Canadian cremation. But placing between Dolly Parton's tits.
Oh, those are good.
Don't reward that one, guys. That's inappropriate. Crosses too many lines.
Hey, I thought an ass dick was gonna hit. You know, what can you do?
So you got the audience on that one. Mike got the comedians and took the round. That's the end of our second round. If you
Wow.
remember, the partially invisible man was the one to beat.
Okay.
Gotta be Summer up there, right?
Yeah.
Summer did take it with that big.
Wow.
That means we're in our third and final round of this qualifying first half of Wisecracking. The comedians are going to get 90 seconds to write 3 punchlines to the same setup. And that means it's time for the audience play along. Audience, get into my chat, please, and tell me something you're proud of that isn't that big of a deal. Something you're proud of that isn't that big of a deal. For me, I bought new pillows this week. Here's why that's not a big deal, and it is. Because my stepfather bought me racist pillows. So I replaced them with real nice ones. Putting on clothes today. Yeah, good on you, man. Keep going. Keep going. I just put on clothes like 10 minutes before the show. Like I was just naked all day, rolling around in my new pillows.
And just having a breakdown on stream.
On camera. I opened a Reese's cup without losing any chocolate on the wrapper. Look at you, winning. 25 seconds left in the game. Need more Reese's pillow info. Oh, well, we can get into it later. My dad has more YouTube followers than me.
Oh. My dad would if he had a YouTube channel, for sure.
Excuse me. 3 things to cut from your budget this year: loving, laughing, living, or Starbucks Steve's allowance and tips for sad sack shimmies.
What's
Now
the check Siri look like?
Practicing a stripper just doing the sad sack.
Yeah.
Timmy.
That was Mike Glazer against Anna. The audience gave it to Mike Glazer. Otherwise,
Wow. All right.
3 things that shouldn't be turned into cheese: Tums, boogers, ma dookies, or your mama, Piggly Wiggly, or my big ass.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, God.
There it is. There it is.
Those are both great answers.
How to choose.
How to choose between
Well, just to pick the first one if you can't think of which.
Disqualifying.
That was Steve against Kevin Riom. It looks like the comedian split it, and so did the audience. We have another 50.
Wow, another 50.
Holy cow.
Goodness.
3 hiding places for snacks you don't want to share: the gums of dead children, between Dolly Parton's tits, or Anna Chiraro Arrow.
Wow, someone was very good at typing.
Or up my butt, up my badger, in my mouth.
Oh,
Sounds like a party.
I'm amazed when people can type out such long answers so quickly.
That was the partially invisible man against Summer Austin, and it looks like the audience gave it to her. Pushing her
Oh
over
my
the edge.
God.
It's going to be hard to beat. In
Very
this
surprised.
Summer's running away.
We're going to crown our winners. It looks
I think
like
it's over.
Multiple winners?
Oh.
It looks like
Oh,
Summer
wow.
won. And going to be competing in our intermission game is our partially invisible man and our special guest, Mike Glazer.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Even though the special guest is under the wrong name, but that's okay.
He's our secret guest, if you could. He's our special guest.
I think the real guest is that joke I
I'm
fuck kids.
I'm going to turn things over to our live director, Tim Stotts, to explain our intermission game for you.
I want Mike Glazer and our partially invisible man not to think of yourself as losers, but as wise sages who are getting ready to help our viewers because they're going to give us advice in a segment we call Dear Wisecrackin. So, as the winner, who would you like to go first? Who was the winner?
Okay, sorry. Let's do Mike Glazer.
Do I have to be in the room for this? Because I just got booted.
No.
Right, yeah, I was looking at too. So this is
We just need you to. I suspect my partner's cheating on me. Should I go through their phone? Also, how do you unlock an Android? Signed, Amanda Slaps in New Jersey. Mike, what do you say to Amanda Slaps?
Go on Fiverr, find a 12-year-old Indian boy who's better at technology than you, pop that Android open, go through their phone, and then put them on blast all over social media so that no one ever makes the same mistake again.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think that's a great answer. Okay, and for the partially invisible man, I got a crush on my cousin. Should I go for it? Signed, inbred in Innsbruck.
Oh boy.
Well, apparently you're in a state where that's fine. So, yeah, knock yourself out.
I think that's the kind of advice we turn to our stars for. Okay, Mike, back to you. I hate my job, want to quit, but I don't want to be stuck without a paycheck. What other ways could I make money that don't require a cubicle? Signed, Broke Boy in Bangor, Maine.
Steal.
I think, yeah, that's it. That's really the only option in capitalist America. Okay, back to the partially invisible man. I'm thinking about getting a neck tattoo of my girlfriend's name so she knows I want her forever. The problem is she shows tendencies of leaving me. What should I do? Signed, Regrets in Rhode Island.
It sounds like you're also in a state where marrying your cousin is cool. So get that tattoo, put love cousin right underneath it, and don't vote.
All right. Well, that has been Dear Wisecrackin. Angie, if you still need a little more time, we could do a little more.
I would love just a little bit more time, Tim, if you could keep it
Okay,
going.
Mike. We want the font of wisdom to keep on going. So, I am turning 21 soon, and I'm wondering what my first drink should be. Signed, Babyless and Biloxi.
Water and Molly, and then wait about an hour, and then go to the bar.
That I've never heard better advice. I've never heard. You gotta stay hydrated on Molly. That's for sure. Okay, back to the partially invisible man. I'm starting to work out. What's the best supplement and protein shake combo? Signed, Himbo in Houston.
What? I'm starting to work out the best supplement and protein shake.
Yeah, some subs, bro.
Sleep, vitamins, don't masturbate so much because that makes you tired. I know.
Yeah. I can second that emotion.
You will sleep all day long.
Yep.
No energy.
Invisible man, is your dick also invisible?
Yeah, it is hard to find.
Well, I agree with all the above. Masturbation does make you.
And if someone's trying to stick a finger in my butt, good luck. I've had that thing jammed everywhere.
All right.
That's
Iggy. That was our segment called Dear Wisecrackin. And now back to your regularly scheduled show.
Oh no, Mike Glazer, you logged in.
Oh, right. You have to explain it. It's very hard to understand.
Yeah, so here's the problem, Mike. You lost. So you and the partially invisible man are going to start becoming the distractions. So that means you are going to heckle them. You're going to mess with their punchlines, whatever you think would be a nice distraction.
Or you could
just sit back and get high.
You could say nice things.
You could also say nice things, which would be weird.
You could be encouraging.
Fucking weird.
You could be the encouraging Statler and or Waldorf. Angie, do we go back to more Dear Wisecrackin, or do we just
I think, you know what? Just hang out, guys, and do a chat right now. And I should have things up and going in just a second.
You guys could take this time to plug shows coming up if you have them.
Thank you.
That's a good idea.
Bye.
It's a good idea.
I've got a show after this show. After this show ends, I'll be at Flappers Comedy Club virtually, and that's at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Tickets are only $7. It's flapperscomedy.com, and it's the Speakeasy Showcase weekend if you're looking for the show. 8 p.m.
Is that in Burbank?
Yes, it's actually virtual.
Well, is there parking?
Yes, there is parking in Burbank, but it's also virtual.
Okay. Well, as long as there's not like a 2-drink minimum, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Summer, do you validate? If I validate, can you just tell me I'm pretty?
If you buy a ticket, I will validate it. I'll do anything. Just buy a ticket.
What?
Parking valet, somebody wants to know, Summer.
Anything.
All right, Summer, if you could take a look at that chat and just log in for us.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, I'm still waiting on you to tell me I'm pretty, Summer.
You're
I don't
so
think that's
pretty, but
okay,
you're not
thank you.
wearing your jacket tonight. Your smoking jacket.
You're pretty thirsty. That's what you are.
That's not wrong. That's not wrong. He called it. He called it like he sees it. That's not the code no more.
Oh, that isn't? No.
That's the old code, friend.
The old
Friendo.
code. Yes, there it is.
Anyone else have any shows coming up in Burbank?
Just Summer.
All right, we're going to get this party started once again. So sit back and relax for the finals of Wisecrack. That means it's time for the monologue. Research has moved forward on male birth control. The most effective was found to be belonging to men's rights groups. Eagle-eyed intern denies claims that there's a whip in the Cracker Barrel logo. This has led to an examination of the origins of the name of the restaurant chain. Bowing to pressure, executives are toying with the idea of rebranding and calling the restaurant White Supremacist Applebee's. But I don't know, guys. If you want,
still go there. That food is fire.
I was going to say, if you want people of color to not feel welcome there for a change, then do that.
Put a black woman that's a slave in your logo. Work for Aunt Jemima.
I mean, do you want me to write a letter?
Please.
Okay. All right. Mississippi City is offering remote workers $6,000 to move to the municipality, buy a home, and remain there for at least 1 year. The pros, a one-time payment of $2,500, $300 monthly stipend. The cons, your ass is still in Mississippi, dipshit.
Oh.
That was the monologue.
Good food, though.
In Mississippi?
Oh, yeah. It's almost as good as the Cracker Barrel.
I remember going to a gas station in Mississippi, and they had like live fish and right next to the gum at the counter.
It is time for our audience play along. So, audience, we want you to get into our chat and let us know. Each Valentine's Day, I treat myself to this. What is that? Each Valentine's Day, you treat yourself to this. We're out of time, audience. So we're gonna just keep answering. We'll get in there. Went down to my local blacksmith shop and got me a custom-made dildo or lobster bit.
Do they custom make dildos?
Yes, an iron one.
You pay enough, they'll fucking custom make anything for you.
It's got to be properly submitted.
Get it? Size of an arm and a leg.
Looks like that was Summer against Steve Badland. The audience gave it to Summer.
Why?
But
No, I don't know why audience. I meant why you guys. Summers was so much funnier.
Oh,
Free.
sure.
I caught you red-handed. Explain yourself. a gorilla glued my hand to my pubes, or I turned partially invisible.
Oh. Well, those could be.
Oh.
Your hands can't be red if you're invisible. I suppose one of them can.
Are you not turning your camera on because you're invisible?
That's because
Yes.
against Anna and Kevin Riom took that route. Forget the Iron Throne. I want to sit on Chuck Norris's face.
Oh.
Or the partially invisible man.
Wow.
A lot of mustache riding there.
Funny enough, each Valentine's Day I treat myself to a custom-made lobster bib.
What was the answer?
That was Summer against Anna, and it looks like the audience pushed Anna.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Anna Luciero.
Fine, have it your way. I'll just have it my way. Remove my genitals from your soup.
It's the unfunniest one on this one, guys. Let's just be funny and pick the least funny one here. Let's
That's so kooky. I love being kooky with you, Steve.
That was Steve Gadlin against Kevin Riom, and it looks like comedians gave it to Kevin. So did the audience.
Don't you guys get anti-comedy? Come on.
Distractors, don't forget you can log in and also tip the vote as you see fit.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Audience, Kevin Riom is out front right now. After the first round, he is the one to beat.
Yeah.
That means that there's our second round, and it's still anybody's game. That means it's time for the audience play along. Audience, hop into my chat. Your favorite song to sing in the shower. Favorite song to sing in the shower. I like to sing like big show tunes. Like, here I come, here it goes. Like makeup show tunes that aren't real show tunes, but sounds like a little Ethel Merman. Like, I'm taking a shower. I don't know, guys.
Is that singing or yelling?
You know what? I don't want to get copyright. So how's that? I don't want to sing an actual song that would copyright us.
I don't. Yeah, they wouldn't.
Yeah, Ethel Merman, vicious.
She's very litigious.
Who let the dogs out? That's a fun jam for the shower.
Slip, though.
Comedians, you have 50 seconds left to get your answers in. I just hummed the Benny Hill theme song because it's the theme song to my morning. Do you guys know? I was just in love with Benny Hill when I was little. Barbie Girl by Aqua. Nice choice. That's a deep cut.
Wow.
30 seconds left, comedians, to get your votes in.
Benny Hill would have been canceled by cancel culture.
Who was?
Watch out.
Yeah.
Audience, don't forget to log in so you can vote. This is the finals. So this is for all the potatoes.
Team Loose Arrow.
I think I'm going to disappoint you.
February is a short month, but not shorter than a raccoon penis bone or a tattoo. Muffin Top by Nice. Do you know what's interesting, Steve Gadlin? Can you please give us a quick rundown on raccoon penis bones for those who don't tune in week in and week out?
I bought 1,000 raccoon penis bones and tried to sell them on a Kickstarter, and then they shut me down, so now I have 1,000 raccoon penis bones.
Very nice. Summer Austin got 100% of the vote on that one.
God.
Wow.
I don't use a porta potty. They give off a poop goblin vibe or a pit lonely cum blast vibe.
I like poop goblins.
Lonely cum blast.
That would be a great name.
Yeah, don't go in there. There's a cum blast.
Oh.
That looks like
Sarah
won that round.
Sarah.
Luciano.
I'm
Like
going to lose this one.
Arrow.
Why buy vaccine when you could just sell it? Or why buy sex when you could just sell it? I mean, would anyone buy sex from Tim Stotts right now? Because he is selling it.
I'm so lonely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you had a Rockford. Jesus Christ. All right, the audience gave that to Anna, pushing her over the top on that.
I almost wrote sex. What if we both wrote sex? That would
Oh
be
my God.
Blank is one of my favorite pastimes. Lonely cum blasting or bologna.
That means someone called back themselves.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh no, parallel thinking. Parallel thinking. No way.
Spelled it exactly the same.
Whoops.
That was Steve Gatlin against Kevin Rione. Looks like the audience gave it to Kevin, but the comedians gave it to Steve.
Chomp, chomp.
At the end of our second round, let's see who is out front right now.
Frickin' Lucero.
Yeah, Kevin Rione was to beat, and it looks like Anna is now.
All right. Yeah.
Came Lucero.
Lucero.
This is where I blow it, guys.
This is our third and final round of the game. The comedians need to write 3 punchlines to a single setup, and they have 90 seconds to do it. That means it's our last audience play along. Audience, you have got to jump into this chat for the final one. Besides Prince, who's the favorite Super Bowl halftime show? Because Prince is Avi. Duh, he was the best ever. I say last year, Jennifer Lopez really got me pregnant, dude. That was some hot shit.
This is amazing.
The one where Justin Timberlake ruined Janet Jackson's career.
Oh, that was your favorite?
Oh, yeah. Anything for Janet Jackson's tit.
Oh. I think that should be the title of your book. Anything for Janet Jackson's tit. Comedians, you have 50 seconds left to get your answers in. Audience, Tony, Tanya Harding versus Nancy Kerrigan, right? I honestly, I feel like I can't even remember halftime shows unless they're like those big standouts like Janet Jackson's tit. All right, here we go.
The top one.
3 reasons to look for love in all the wrong places. My aunt moved, boobs, or cock and balls, or Kevin, area.
Finger.
Only answer a question?
The partially invisible man is completely invisible.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, that's Kevin Riome against Steve Gatlin. It looks like the audience, the comedians split it, but the audience because we all think Kevin is diarrhea. 3 things you talk to yourself about often: art history, the English Renaissance, or cum blasting, or eating better, sleeping better, or loving Steve Gatlin too much.
Riome, come on now.
I feel like he wrote both of these.
How is it possible?
I don't support pandering. That one won't get my vote.
Summer against Anna. Narrow. Audience gave it to Anna. Comedians gave it to Summer. Summer's going to take the round. So we're going to see now. This is it. This will crown the winner of tonight's Wisecrackin.
Right.
Anna was the one to beat, and it looks like Summer Boston is our winner tonight. She is our champion.
She's the one who says, "I never win," and then always win.
And look,
And then always win.
sometimes magic happens.
Right.
You're on fire tonight.
Yes, so.
So, Summer, because you won, you get to choose someone to read the writer's credits in a voice or accent of your choosing.
Oh, let's go with Kevin Riome, since he's one of my favorite improvisers in Chicago.
Oh my god.
But in LA, he is not on the radar.
Very nice. There's hardly any improvisers in Chicago.
I have to come up with the. Do I have to come up with the voice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Bullwinkle.
Stove is funny.
Bullwinkle.
Hey, this is written by Baron Moore, Huck Poe, Paul Rivers, Steve Gibson. Sometimes he's called Stove Gibson, Anthony Barbiero, Hugh Kelly, Jerry Christoph, Richard Charles Anderson. I'm here. Sometimes Rocky shows up.
Oh.
That's terrible, right?
Bradley Klein, Reese Foster, Drew Anderson, Kurt Zematitis, Tim Stotts, Trevor Glassman, graphic video designs by Tim Stotts.
Yay!
Great.
Riome, everyone.
Awesome.
I know the guy that actually does his voice.
Oh.
Oh, dang.
No way.
That's
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a name drop.
It is.
Audience, if you have any questions for our comedians, now's the time to put those in the chat. We did ask our Facebook fan group in advance if they had any weed questions for our special guest, Mike Glazer, and we did have a few that came in. If you would answer them for us. Efron asked, where did the word Munchies come from?
Do you want the real answer? Because I do know it.
Give us a little A, little B. Go for it.
There was a PSA on Saturday morning cartoons called the Bod Squad, and the Bod Squad was about healthy eating, and so they created the word Munchies as a anti-healthy eating propaganda campaign.
Wow.
Just like basically fuck the government.
Nice.
Wow.
Fun. Okay. What if you didn't know that was it? What would you have said?
That I don't know.
How do you come blast the hardest? I can take my answer off the air.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
The next question from our fan page, Rhonda asked, can you get me some weed?
Mike's going to answer that. Calm down.
Oh, wouldn't you come blast the hardest if you like super soakered your dick?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rhonda asked,
We don't
can you
say
get
chick on
some
the show,
weed?
Mike. Cross the line.
Oh, sorry.
With the finger in the butt.
Oh no, I can't. I cannot get you weed because I think the stream's on Facebook.
Yes. And then Summer asked, what is your favorite dispensary in Los Angeles?
Oh, Summer, since you're going to be at Flappers in Burbank, you should swing over to this place called Sweet Flower and hook up Sweet Flower because they got really good stuff over there. So I'll give them a plug. Check out Sweet Flower.
Oh my God, that's my favorite one too. I love it. That's so
very
good.
nice.
You guys do pot?
You guys
Wow.
do it. They do it. Yes.
That's illegal in Saudi Arabia.
So cool.
There's excellent parking.
They got good parking.
It looks like we don't have any more questions from the audience. So, comedians, do you have any plugs that you'd like to get in?
I'm also doing a show right after this one. I don't know the information. It's streaming on Facebook Live and other places, but that's where I'm going right after this.
Are you going to be invisible?
What?
You're going to be invisible.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I will be.
Does anyone else have any plugs they want to get in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tuesday night, 9/8 Central, talkingfunny.com. We'll be interviewing new comedian George Wallace.
Oh, I've heard he is an up-and-comer.
Up-and-comer.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. The George Wallace?
What's that?
The George Wallace?
Yes, sir. George Wallace.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love him.
I mean, he'll regret it quickly, but
Yeah.
he's agreed to do it. So
Legend.
Yeah, for real.
That's awesome.
Who else has plugs? Who has plugs?
Then, Tim, aren't you doing that show at the Funny Pants in Manitoba?
No.
What
All
about
And
Glazer's
there's no parking.
podcast?
Talk about your podcast, Glazer.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Well, if you are looking for a new podcast in your ears, it's called Weed and Grub, co-hosted with Mary Jane Gibson, who's a writer for Rolling Stone and Playboy, some really rad places. And we are recording our South by Southwest panel this week to be a part of South by Southwest. So if you want to check us out there or anywhere you get your podcasts, it's called Weed and Grub, and hope you enjoy it.
Yay!
I have a plug. I am going to be hosting the Pimprov show on Saturday, February 20th at 8 o'clock Central Time. You can watch it on Pimprov's Facebook page. We're going to be raising money for Sarah's Circle in Oak Park, Illinois, which is a battered women's shelter, and 100% of the proceeds for the evening are going to go to Sarah's Circle. So definitely. I'm sorry, Sarah's Inn. I apologize. Sarah's Inn. Please check that out and donate and have the best time. We're going to be playing Family Feud. Also, before I say a very special thanks to Mr. Tim Stouts, I did not forget, I do want to plug today's show sponsor. Our show sponsor is myzenrocks.com. If you go to myzenrocks.com and use the coupon code Wisecrack, you will get 10% off your Zen Rocks.
Yay!
So please, I do have to, everyone, give a round of applause for our live director tonight, Mr. Tim Stotts, everyone.
Good show, everybody.
Wait,
All right.
I thought the Invisible Man was white. Oh my god.
Hey man, it's the only way I can get away from the cops.
This is the greatest. This is so fun.
Awesome.
All right. Does anyone have anything else to say before we go off air?
I do. Big round of applause for the Wisecrackin Writers Room.
Yes,
absolutely.
Woo, writers! And everybody who's watching, our fans.
Yeah,
Mars.
the audience.
Who are the writers, and can you tell us in Bullwinkle's voice?
Yeah, there's Boren Ma, Huck Poe, Hugh Jackman, Stove.
I guess we could do it twice since we forgot it last week.
I got bounced out and came back in. Were you guys talking about Bullwinkle? Because Brad's going to be on the show in 2 weeks.
Oh,
Bullwinkle.
yeah. I
Whoa.
don't know if I remembered that factor, if it just came out. But we got to have him do the whole show as Bullwinkle, for sure.
Oh, the guy who voices
We're
Bullwinkle?
definitely going to get some Bullwinkle.
Is Brad the voice of Bullwinkle?
He is. Brad Norris is the voice of the reboot of Bullwinkle on
Yeah, the
AOL.
reboot.
Oh, Brad Morris.
You know that Mars knows him.
I heard.
Does he?
Yeah.
Good. It'll make the show less awkward. All right, everyone. That's it for us for Wisecrackin. Wherever you're watching, please like and subscribe, tell friends, and think about giving a review. You guys were the best quipsters. We love you. Good night.